Last week I released a video looking at the super cheap side of the Nintendo Switch eShop deals. Those $2 and under games. Since that was so well received, I decided to go back in and pull out 10 more games that are on sale for $1.99 each, currently on the eShop. If you're looking for some fun games for cheap, you're in the right place. So hang on, make sure to subscribe to the channel as we dive back into some awesome and super cheap eShop deals. In the previous $1.99 deals video, I asked you viewers, what was the best deal you ever got on a game? I love to see those responses, as it helps me to discover some awesome games I may or may not have heard of before. The first two games on this list are actually suggestions from those responses, as they are currently on sale. First up is Bit Orchard Animal Valley, which Flygirl Gaming said was a very good game that she found for $1. This game is a retro-style game, where you're tasked with growing your orchard by planting trees, harvesting, and selling crops. It's kinda like a super simplistic version of a Harvest Moon, but it looks like a lot of fun. The version I present to you is actually the rather new Deluxe edition, which is on sale for $1.99. This combines the 99-cent DLC with the game, so effectively you're getting the game and the DLC for $1 each. Not too shabby. Sale ends for that on June 3rd. Before I move on to the rest of the list, just want to say that Flygirl Gaming produces her own gaming content on her channel too, so check it out when you get a chance. Mini Motor Racing X was recently picked up by Richard, who said the game is much better than he expected it to be. I'll admit, this game is pretty packed. Its main mode is reminiscent of top-down racers of yesteryear, with weapons and customization, this time with pretty 3D modern visuals. You can view the action from different viewpoints. There's plenty of game modes to enjoy, including lots of party game modes like Car Soccer and multiplayer, both online and local. Holy cow, that's a lot, and it's only $1.99. Yes, this is a must-own for only $2. It's a no-brainer. Sale ends June 2nd. Before I move on to the rest of the games, this question is definitely worth asking again. What is the best deal you ever got on the Switch? You never know. Your comment might actually get featured in a future video. I appreciate the Gunman Clive games. They originally came out on the 3DS, I believe. Then it got ported to the Wii U, and it's now on the Switch. These are old school action platformer games, almost arcade-like. You even got big bosses in that to face. What I also appreciate is that art style. Looks like it's from a sketchbook. It's different, and stands out from a lot of other games that would probably use a pixel art style or so. On the Switch, both games have been combined into a collection that normally goes for around $5. On the eShop sale though, it's $1.99 and an easy recommend for gamers to get. Sale ends June 3rd. If you like the Gunman Clive art style, the same developers made an arcade beat-em-up in the same art style. Super Punch Patrol is a beat-em-up for 1 or 2 players that really leans into that sketch art style and makes for a fun game. There's even unlockable costumes to obtain, so it's worth playing through it a few times. It's not the best beat-em-up on the system, but for $1.99 you really can't go wrong in getting this. Sale ends June 3rd as well. You gotta admit, Lost Wing looks pretty darn cool. It takes the standard shoot-'em-up gameplay and adds a humongous twist on it. First of all, your viewpoint is presented from behind the ship at most points. Second, the game has you racing through levels, trying to avoid obstacles while shooting enemies and getting a high score. Third, sometimes it even rotates and distorts the viewing angle to add an even bigger challenge. Trying to navigate this 3D space while trying to not crash into something really creates some exciting, intense gameplay. Of course, there's big bosses to challenge too, just like any good shooter should have. It's $1.99 on the eShop until June 1st, and it's worth every cent. One of my favorite indie shoot-em-ups on the Switch is Void Gore. It is a roguelike shoot-em-up where each playthrough is different. You encounter different enemies and patterns as you advance and shoot for your high score. With the coins you obtain, you're able to purchase upgrades as well as customization options. It's a simple concept, but it works, and it's a thrilling game. I love the bomb charge mechanic, where you have a bomb at a time, and after you use it, it charges for a period of time so you can use it again. Oh, and this game has online leaderboards too. Get it for $1.99, you'll love it. Sale ends June 3rd. Limbo is an indie darling. It's a classic by now. The dark, almost horror-like aesthetics for this adventure puzzle game really got people to notice it, and the gameplay is spot on. You play as a boy who is searching for his sister while avoiding many traps in his path. If by chance you've never played this game before, you really need to give this a go. And that is especially true because it's $1.99 on the eShop sale. This deal is one of the best you can ever get on the Switch. Inside is from the same developer as LIMBO and features the same type of gameplay as the previous title. This time you're playing as a boy who is trying to escape with his life while people are becoming zombie-like. There's more to the story here, but I don't want to spoil it for you. It's $1.99 as well on the eShop sale, and it just recently hit that low. Again, like LIMBO, if you've never played it before, you owe it to yourself to play it. It is $1.99 until May 30th. We're going to keep with the spooky-like games for the next game on the list. Now this one is only for those who are willing to be scared or appreciate those horror games. Dungeon Nightmares 1 and 2 Collection is a collection of 2 roguelike horror games, where the goal is to escape the dungeon. Pretty simple. There's a big emphasis on the sound to get those chills going, and the AI itself of the monsters and what's going on will change depending on what you do each night in game. I'll admit, I'm a scaredy cat, especially as I've gotten older, so this one terrifies me, but this might make for a good game night for those who are willing to be scared silly. It's $1.99 until June 9th for those who dare. Okay, so we can't end the list like that with pure horror. We gotta leave with some warm, happy feelings, right? Okay, so I got a game, Superstar Path for ya. This is best described, at least by myself, as a puzzle-like shoot-'em-up. Levels have you navigating as you shoot through screen-filling enemies for points. Crystallized enemies cannot be destroyed, so you gotta be aware of what you can and cannot destroy. That's where the almost puzzle-like gameplay comes into play. You can easily trap yourself as you navigate. There's big bosses to take on too, again just like any good shoot-'em-up should have. It's a neat game and worth spending a couple bones on. Sale ends June 9th. There you go, another round of 10 games for less than $2 each. Make sure if you haven't to post what is the best deal you ever got on a game in the comments down below. Again, it might get featured in a future video. You like these videos? Make sure to give it a thumbs up so it lets me know to keep making more. If you're new to the channel and haven't yet done so, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. If you're looking for more deals, make sure to check out other videos on the channel, especially that eShop Deals playlist. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.
Thank you.